I'm going to show you tips to help you stay productive while stuck at home, and maybe even a few tricks you didn't know before. First things first, you need the proper tools. If you're using a laptop to work from home, I suggest you get a second monitor, even if it is a small one. Even if you only have a small monitor to plug into your laptop, dual monitors are still better than one. However, if your monitor is small, it's going to limit how productive you can be. A small monitor limits how much info you can have on your screen at a time, making it harder to keep track of tasks. Sometimes while working, I end up with a lot of Google tabs and programs open. Which one of these documents was I working with again? This LG doesn't even have a stand. Believe it or not, this was actually my monitor for a while, and yes, I actually did use the guitar stand to keep the monitor up. This is my recommended setup, a relatively inexpensive dual monitor setup, and if you get them used, you can get them for even cheaper. Dual monitors basically double the amount of info you can have on screen, and there have been various studies over the years testing the effectiveness of multiple monitors. One of these studies found that there was a 42% increase in productivity. Do note that you need to make the most out of your dual monitor setup. You won't just be 40% better overnight. You have to learn to make the most out of your monitors. Also make sure you have enough ports on your laptop or PC to plug in any extra monitors. If you don't like the clutter of multiple monitors, or you only have one HDMI port to plug your monitor into, or in your laptop or PC, and if you have enough money, you could always get this. This is currently what I use, a 34-inch ultra-wide. The single monitor is the size of some dual monitors. Because of its size, you can have multiple windows open at the same time without compromising on readability and ease of use. There's even enough space to keep the previous Sunday's podcast open on the side. So now that that is out of the way, now what? You have one or two new monitors, what's next? Well, it doesn't help you have this new monitor and you're not actually working. If you easily get distracted at home because you might have kids or get distracted cleaning, I know it sounds weird, but I know some people that get distracted cleaning their house. I suggest you try the Pomodoro technique. Basically, it is a time management technique where you set a timer for 10, 20, 30 minutes or an hour, and you are not allowed to stand up in that time to do anything else. You must stay focused, and when the timer goes off, you set yourself another time as a break. So you might start with 20 minutes and have a 10-minute break. But as you get better at staying focused, you increase the work timer and decrease the break timer. Now that you can stay focused, here are some tips to help you stay or potentially be more productive while you work. The first and obvious part is to make the most out of your screen space. Windows has a feature called snapping. If you drag your window to the side, it'll fill up half of your screen. If you drag it to the top, it'll maximize. If you take it to the side and up or down, it'll take up the top, left or right, top or bottom side, depending on where you drag it. Try finding the combination that works for you. If you take notes while you work, you don't need the entire screen full of notes, just a little bit on the side will do. Also, try and keep the main task in the center of your view. This way you can easily switch to notes and back instead of trying to find where it is hidden. If you're writing a document for work, it is very inefficient to stop and check your notes and any extra sources of info you have. If you have a good layout with all your info on the side and the main task in the middle, you can easily look at your notes without having to minimize tabs and programs, keeping you focused on the task at hand. After you found the perfect layout that works for you, it can get a bit tedious setting it up manually. However, as you can see, mine snap into place automatically. I just hold shift and drag them to the area I want the window to go, and that's because I'm using a program called PowerToys. PowerToys is a program built by Microsoft that has some features that enhance and add to features already in Windows. As you can see, my windows are snapping to areas the basic Windows snapping feature can't. There is a slight learning curve to Windows PowerToys, but it is definitely worth it. And it's free and you're in lockdown, you have no excuse not to learn it. If you're on Mac, I haven't forgotten about you. Sadly, Mac doesn't have the same automatic snapping feature as Windows. You have to hold down the full screen button and drag the windows to the left or right, and the normal built-in feature is extremely limited. If you want to have the same snapping and window management functionality as Windows, you have to download a third-party program called Tiles or Magnet. I have no experience with them, so you're on your own there. Those are just a few of the vast amount of tips and tricks out there. Hopefully you feel a bit inspired to go out there, learn some more on your own, and become more productive and stay productive while at home, while we're under lockdown. Stay safe, and bye-bye.